SRN Knowledge Center. I am Ranjana Tharwan, Faculty of Economics at SRN International School, Jagatpura, Jaipur. Today in this video, I will be explaining you all about the title poverty of grade 12. Poverty is the widespread social economic phenomena in underdeveloped countries, particularly in Asia and Africa. There is no standard definition of poverty for any of the countries of the world. Poverty has different phases which has been changing from place to place, time to time, and has been described in many ways. Now, a question arises, what is poverty? Poverty is inability to fulfill the basic requirement of life. The basic requirements include food, clothing, shelter, education, and health facilities. Sickness and sick ability render him helpless in all walks of life. Generation after generation he lives in poverty, grows in poverty, and dies in poverty. Extent of poverty in a country is measured by the poverty line. A cut-off point on the line of distribution which usually divides the population of a country as poor and non-poor is called poverty line. Poverty line measures the number of people who lives below the poverty, above the poverty, and their ratio to total population is known as poverty ratio. In India, the Planning Commission has adopted the definition provided by Task Force on Projection of Minimum Needs and Effective Consumption Demand, according to which a person is below the poverty line if her daily consumption of calories is less than 2435 in rural areas and 2045 calories in urban areas. It is higher in the case of rural population because hard-working male population is found to be higher in rural areas. Based on this information, the monthly capital expenditure of minimum calories intake in 2019-2020, the poverty line was defined for rural areas as consumption worth rupees 816 per person a month, and for urban areas it was rupees 1000. Now, in India, poverty is explained with the references to two sets of causes. One related to underdevelopment of the economy and other related to unequal distribution of income. We will discuss these causes one by one in detail. So first important cause, heavy pressure of population. Population has been rising at a rapid pace. This rise is mainly due to the rapid fall in the death rate. Growth rate of population was 1.0% in 41-51 and 2.1% in 91-2001. In terms of its size, India's population was 82.63 crore in 1991 and 121 crore in 2011. Heavy pressure of population adds to dependency burden, implying greater poverty. Second cause, colonial exploitation. India was known as Golden Sparrow, and almost 200 years British government exploited our resources for commercial and export purpose. Low level of income, as we know that India stands second position in terms of population, and net national product of India is very low comparatively to its size of population. Low rate of growth. Rate of growth of economy has been quite low during 5-year plans in India. During the period of planning, the growth rate of GDP has been nearly 5%, but owing to nearly 2% growth rate of population, per capita income grew by 3% only. Unemployment is another main cause of poverty. In 2011-12, the number of unemployed persons in India were around 2.45 crore. It further increased to 4.83 crore till December 2019. The lack of infrastructure is also an important cause. Energy, transport, communication serve as the foundation of growth and development. Due to the lack of economic and social infrastructure in India is not able to achieve growth rate. Gap between the rich and the poor. The gap between rich and the poor is also responsible for India's poverty. The rich are growing richer and the poor growing poor. Illiteracy. Literacy rate of India is very low comparatively to developed countries. Now, the authorities in the country have tried to reduce the incidence of poverty in a country even since independence. Following are the some of the principal measures adopted by the government under 5-year plans to remove poverty. First, Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojna. To remove poverty from the rural areas, Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojna was launched in the village in April 1999. Under this program, a large number of small enterprises were established in rural areas. The small enterprises were organized and individually enterprise as well as on collective basis as self-help groups. In 2011, 12 Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojna was restructured into National Rural Livelihood Mission. Second, Pradhan Mantri Gramoday Yojna. It was launched in 2001. It aims at improving the standard of living of the rural people by developing 5 important areas: health, primary education, drinking water, housing and roads. Prime Minister Rozgar Yojna. The scheme is for providing employment to educated unemployed. The scheme provides a loan of up to rupees 1 lakh for opening his own enterprise and rupees 2 lakh for other activities. Mahatma Gandhi National Employment Guarantee Act called Manrega. Under this act, all those who are willing to work at the minimum wage are offered work for a minimum period of 100 days. Micro Units Development Refinance Agency Bank called Mudra Bank. The government has set up Mudra Bank in April 2015. Its objective is to meet credit needs of micro enterprises and self-employed persons. Under Mudra Yojna, a micro enterprises is entitled for a loan up to 10 lakh per unit. Development of small and cottage industry. Special measures has been taken by the government to develop small and cottage industries with a view to removing poverty and unemployment through the spread of cottage and small scale industries. Pradhan Mantri Kushal Vikas Yojna. It was launched in 2015. The objective of this scheme is to encourage the skill development for youth by providing monetary rewards for successful completion of approved training programs. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojna. It is nationwide scheme launched by Indian government in August 2014. In this scheme, financial inclusion of every individual who does not have a bank account to be achieved. Indra Awas Yojna. It was launched in 1985. It is a major scheme for giving financial assistance for construction of houses to be given to the poor living in rural areas. Up to December 2016, about 153 lakh houses were constructed under the scheme. No doubt that the government has spent huge amount of money on the poverty measures program, but certainly the desired results are not achieved. Inefficient delivery mechanism of the government along with large-scale corruption are the principal factors behind the failure of these poverty measures. I hope you all have understand the topic really well. So if you liked the video and found it helpful, then please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you and have a nice day.